Okay, good morning and welcome to your favorite show on television, The Sunday Show. I am Ubia Ajuru Iwirumo. On Tuesday, October 1, 2024, the Nigerian government at all levels, as well as some citizens, marked the nation's Independence Day for the 64th time. On the flip side, some citizens took to the streets of major cities in the country to protest what they described as bad governance, worsening economic situation, and insecurity ravaging parts of Nigeria. Aside the attainment of its sovereignty for more than six decades, many argue that democratically, Nigeria has also come of age and has the capacity to compete with major democracies around the world. Others are, however, of the view that Nigeria's democracy has been more of lip service than reality, as impacts of true democracy is yet to be felt among citizens. These schools of thought have reasons for their different opinion and stance, but shall be engaging a very distinguished gentleman, someone who we can, by his permission, call a working encyclopedia to give us a wider perspective of Nigeria's sovereignty journey over the years. He is Dr. Akin, Secretary, Steering Committee, Eminent Elders Forum, Abuja. In the meantime, let's refresh your minds on major items that made the news in the past week. Welcome back. Remember, you are still watching The Sunday Show on AIT. Our guest is here and ready to address the issues at hand.
Grab your seats and join us on the most fascinating 60-minute infotainment journey, showing on your favorite TV channel, Africa Independent Television, AIT. Analysis on topical national issues, news, sports, and entertainment are on the menu. It's a show you do not want to miss. It is The Sunday Show.
It's still The Sunday Show on your channel of choice, Africa Independent Television, AIT. And of course, there's this segment you're waiting for. This is the interview section. And as you can see, we are well adorned this morning as we celebrate Nigeria's 64th independence. And this morning, I have the opportunity to bring to you the man who has seen it all. And I am talking about no less a personality other than Dr. Akin Fakbunda. Good to have you. Good morning, sir.
Much. Thank you. It's a privilege. It's a good morning.
Thank you so much. So today we are looking at the independence. Nigeria celebrated a couple of days ago, 64th independence of nationhood.
Yeah.
So now tell me, or let Nigerians into what your very first memory of independence was.
It was great because I was in primary school at Ilesha then. We had the feeling...
I don't want to ask how old are you then.
Well, I'm over 70. There's a feeling that the government nationwide caters for every child, because in my primary school, public school, they gave us rice, they brought goods for us. Every school, every child had a flag. Every child had a cup with the flag of Nigeria on it. So we knew somebody somewhere. We are not traveling, we not left the village, but we knew somebody somewhere in Nigeria is thinking about every child. Every child. So you felt the rhythm that you belong to a country. And you felt very proud.
To be a Nigerian.
To be a Nigerian at that time. The flag meant something. We actually had the flag.
And you were given the flag to take it home.
Every person with a cup to drink. And many of us, until maybe a few years ago, we still held on to the cup.
Oh, wow.
Plastic cup, gray color with the flag of Nigeria embossed on it. Every child had one.
Oh. That is wonderful. Would you just oppose what is happening today?
We have contracted. Now, somebody in the villa will plan for 30 children.
First of all, don't forget about the population.
Fine. Fine. I mean, let's parry the analogy. If you are a man with 10 wives, you must have 30 rooms in your house. If you are a bachelor, 2 rooms is enough. So if you know you have big responsibility, you must have capacity to take care of the responsibility. But it is like somebody also having a polygamous relationship and is just a drunkard, just going about. That's how Nigeria has been.
That's our situation.
That's our situation. And of course, we lie. In 1962, we have 55.5 million. Does it mean in 60 years we have gone 170 million? Nobody has died? Is that not a lie?
So how come we, since 1960 till date, census has been an issue? Because you talked about when you were shared cup and flags.
Everybody.
Every child. Because at that time there was statistics.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
There was census, right? Because you cannot provide for the number of people you don't know.
The problem started with the colonial government and leaders agreeing that seats, 50% was given to the North, almost without any basis. The South had fewer seats. But in the first election, NCNC had more votes by numbers. Action Group Western Region had more votes by numbers. The North has fewer votes by numbers, but they were given more seats.
Why that?
Well, it's the built-in destructiveness of the British. But I think
that is what is still happening till now.
Yes, because the people say, okay, let the British go, we'll settle ourselves. Let them just go. They were to create regions, Willing's commission. They said, no, white people just go, we'll settle it, but we never get around to the real business of creating a nation out of Nigeria.
And in between, there were coups and counter-coups. And today, the present crop of politicians still blame the military regime for the woes we suffer today. What do you have to say to that?
It's true.
And how?
The class of 1966, the soldiers came into Nigeria. At that time, up to that time, everybody knew you had to get to school, you had to excel. It was based on ability and capacity. But when soldiers came in, they made themselves governors, administrators. They are now the powers that be. They start bringing in 1 or 2 people to join them. The flavor of military rule, which is just to shoot and go, enveloped the nation since 1966. And we have not gone out of it until maybe last year. Because up to last year now, one soldier or the other have been ruling. Babangidas, Obasanjo, Dia, all of them, they have been ruling. And they always take in 1 or 2 professors, 1 or 2 persons, they co-opt them, and they enable them to rule. But the feeling of merit and intellect gave way since 1966. The soldiers took over our lives, and their own way is just to shoot and go. They are not builders, they are destroyers. And they have been destroying us and building, destroy and build, destroy and build. We've never had anything permanent. Up to 1966, we had 5-year development plans where you think ahead what you want to do. So the military came now, is yearly budget, yearly budget, yearly budget. And you can do in a year. By December, you finish the money for that year. Next year, you are waiting for another money. Can you build a house fully in 1 year, even just one house? You have to plan over 2-3 years.
Exactly.
So we have been doing this ad hoc, everything about ad hoc. You just say your name on TV, you have made a minister, you have made a commissioner, you have made a judge. There's no preparation, nothing. We have been running ad hoc lives.
But we've had over 20-something years of unbroken democracy.
No, it's not democracy. It's just Abu Salam just handed over. He didn't lay a foundation. He didn't agree for people to even decide on how they want to transit.
But even at that, the National Assembly is in session. How come we cannot put up a bill? Must we also continue to wait for the military to come and lay the foundation for us?
The way you are appointed, the way you arrive at situation determines your flavor. Somebody appoints you and it tells you what to do. Your appointment is determined the night by one Oba, one Emir. It's not based on, look at America now, you are campaigning openly about what you will do.
Exactly.
Have you seen anybody in Nigeria beyond power to the people, power to the people?
They dance.
Power to that's all. There's no, even a current president.
So you can't hold them accountable for anything.
A current president are not giving 1 hour speech from his heart to say this is how Nigeria will be in the next 5 years. Has he done that?
No.
Did you hear Buhari say this is what I believe as a person?
No.
The last person who did that is Awolowo, and he wrote a book in 1947, People's Republic. He laid out how Nigeria could be in the next 50 years. But the system don't want that, so he was not allowed to rule. The military is
it the same thing that happened during Abiola's time?
Well, Abiola also had Fairway to Poverty. For the first time, he also had a document which he authored himself, not written for him, which he believed in. You know, when somebody writes a speech for you, you read it, you don't even know what it means. But when you sat down and you thought over an idea, you don't need advisors because you already advised yourself. But if you win the position, you just sit down there, they bring the paper for you, contract, a document for you, you sign. You don't know what it means.
But you, the elders who are knowledgeable, because I had to go Google who you are yesterday, and I was shocked. And of course, when you watch the program, by the time you go through the script, you would have seen a lot of things that were being said about you. My producer described you as, if you permit us to describe you as a walking encyclopedia. How come people like you and so many other elders from the north, from the west, from the south, from the Niger Delta, you all possibly, you have to forgive me to use the word, the language in my head right now. You all sat down and watched these people bacanize Nigeria the way it is today.
Not
because for people like me who did not experience, because I wasn't born in 1960, we see what is going on today as, well, since during Obasanjo time, they promised us that we are the leaders of tomorrow, and we are still waiting. Right?
Yeah.
So where do we go from here?
Well,
vis-a-vis tying National Assembly to what you just said.
My personal experience, look, I was a director in 1999. In the normal system, I had interviewed to become permanent secretary. But when I passed the first test and they said, go and see somebody so that your name can be properly taken up.
That was what brought the voluntary retirement?
I decided I can survive on my own. And I've left and I've been 24 years on my own. There are many Nigerians like that who have left. They don't just leave the system, they leave Nigeria because the system is frustrating. In that 1999, I wrote against the so-called satellite program, Nigeria going to space. How can we go to space when we have no water, no light? 60 billion was to be spent.
I think this administration is also talking about going to space.
Oh, well, we have no water, no light, no road. How can you go to space? If you send signal to the satellite and NEPA takes light, is that the way is that what you're going to do?
It will be finished.
It's one reason why I left. Babangida government set up NALDA to duplicate Malaysia's failed plantation agriculture. For 8 years, I was director of planning at NALDA. We had set up minimum 500 hectares in each location to produce agri-products for industry, not for eating. Large-scale farming. We have 400 tractors. In one day, Obasanjo abolished it. In one day. Nobody knew where the 400 tractors are up to today. When I look all that,
that's huge.
Yeah. If you had that programs in 1992 where I was director of planning foundation, by now we will have had plantation farming all over the country.
Did you probe into what transpired?
I knew what happened. There's Ahmed Joda who wrote a report that certain things should be rationalized. And this beginning of livestock versus arable farming problem is the truth. I'm saying it on television. So the 2 steps forward, 10 steps backwards approach, NALDA would have stayed. I was also privileged to be part of Raw Material Research Council, 1988, to grow raw materials in Nigeria for industry. I will not be importing. We spent 3 years preparing blueprints. We were, in fact, at that time, Pidgeot was to be replaced by local radiator, the glass, the furniture. But then, the Minister of Industry at that time, with Alhaji, Minister of Finance, all of them, the program ran aground.
So will you pardon me if I say it is who we are, that is the leadership we get?
Well, as I told you, the military flavor over us in 1966 really messed us up.
No blueprint.
Until we have proper civilian administration.
And that is also affecting everyone, everybody. Because if we have to blame the crop of politicians today that they just come on stage at campaign venues, they just dance, no blueprint, nothing to promise the people.
Because you buy your way. I cannot bid for local government chairman from Malaysia now and succeed because I have to see the chairman, the ward. If I don't bring something to the table, I will never be nominated. I cannot be nominated for Malaysia local government. Based on the present system, the parties are owned by people.
It did not start today.
Yeah, it's been like that. But in the early 50s, once the party nominates, you don't campaign on yourself. You campaign under Action Group or NCNC. Individuals are not trusted forward. It's the party that goes forward. It's the party that wins. As recently as 1999, governors sit on the floor. The party leadership sit on the high table.
Because they are supposed to be the workers.
The party is in charge. Bola Ige, Onabanjo, Jakonde, they sit on the floor. The party leadership sits on the high table when they are doing meeting. You are told what to do. That's how it was.
How can we bring that back?
Well, we have to reform the country.
How?
Until we have somebody who is sincere, who has, and 2 things has happened now, which makes me feel that the present government is not sincere. I'm saying so boldly. President Tinubu is a nice person, but he's not doing the right thing.
Yeah, when you say he's not doing the right thing, because all the time we hear cabal. From different administrations.
There's no cabal.
So people around him may misadvise him as well.
No. If you are misadvised, because you cannot advise me again what I don't know before. It's just been advised now to set up a panel headed by Honorable Olawale Fakbum, that my namesake, SAN, to reform the Nigerian legal system holistically. But that's a wrong approach. You cannot reform Nigerian legal system as a unitary country again. The country is different. Laws governing other parts, they are different. You should first of all have a federal constitution. Then you have regions, like in the north, customary rights are different. In the
Yes.
south, in the west,
Totally different.
land use is different.
Yes.
So if you are to have western region, our land use law will be reformed around our own way of life. It will reform around the way of life in the north either. In the east, there are problems with inheritance, women or men. So they will,
Where I am from.
they will address that one on a local basis. But if you put everything now together as a federal reform, so Olawale Fapunda, my namesake,
He's got his job cut out for
you are
him.
giving an assignment, but his announcement is in the wrong direction. We are to federalize first and know where we are. Then let each region go and do what it wants. In the south, they would think about maritime laws because they deal with the sea.
Yes.
They were interested in that. In the desert, they think about conservation and forestation. That's what they would think about. You cannot make one body of law reform to cover the whole country and think you are going to make progress. It's going to be Amala plus Ewedu plus Eba plus everything.
And everything.
And we are going nowhere. It's like we are just on the wrong trajectory. It's my namesake. I've not met him, but he was appointed yesterday to do that. It's not a very good...
That is also going to be another lip service, don't you think so?
No, I believe so. I believe so. Another instance, yesterday, I saw on television, they brought in some ministers to work on the dams. Minister Bagudu, Minister...
But there was a warning before that incident in Borno.
No, what I mean is...
How come the persons in charge did not take precautionary measures before that flood?
You see how we get things wrong. Ministers who wear agbada were on TV parade themselves that they want to study the problem of dams in Nigeria. Where are the hydraulic engineers? Where are the irrigation engineers? Where are they? All the universities have professors of water, irrigation, and all that. They didn't put them forward. It's the minister that are smiling on television that they are going to spoil the problem. It is wrong. It
means they are also headed nowhere.
They are not. I know they will get one or two people they will pay as a consultant to do so, but put the person who is the foremost water engineer in Nigeria, put him forward. You are in charge of solving water problem in Nigeria. You are trained from Harvard. You are trained in MIT.
He will get the job done, and there will be no money to...
Well, sadly.
So what do we say to the young people today? Because if somebody, you just said to me, I am almost 70, and you had this kind of disappointment over 20-something years ago. So the young people today, what is expected of them? Because a lot of us see the young persons today, all they look at is what you do with the money you made. Nobody cares to find out how you made that money, whether you got into that office, money is meant to take care of the health sector, is looted into somebody's pocket. And they are celebrated, they are given awards.
Look, my dear, the viewers, I cannot blame the youths. They cannot do better. The flavor of Nigeria does not bring out the best. Somebody like me, I chose to leave federal service 24 years ago. I'm managing a secondary school. Is that my capacity? I could do more. I'm running a school. It's doing well. The school is doing well. But then, if the country...
With all the various trainings from different countries.
If the country gave me the better chance, I could manage 50 schools.
Okay.
I built my school with clay brick, which is cheaper. I'm not using cement. I could manage 50 schools. I could manage 100 schools.
You've already taken care of environmental issues.
But will I beg them to appoint me? I can't go around to be appointed. If you have a mechanism of looking for the best, you will get it. But when you have to lobby through Oba or Emir or somebody through Babangida, through this,
you definitely will not get the best.
You can't get the best. I will not go out for anybody. If you didn't call me, I wouldn't call you to come on this channel.
Of course.
I won't come here. I don't need to advertise. I'm not selling anything except ideas. I'm not selling anything. Some people who sell ideas are so proud. Some of them feel they're arrogant. It's true. If you know something, you're arrogant. In quotes, you believe in yourself and you are given an assignment, you do it diligently, with pride. Then you can't beg somebody who is just there. We don't even know how he won. He just cheated.
If the young people today ask you about the Independence Day and the failed dream of this great country, would you show them where the chisel and hammer damaged the country?
No, the fact that we are celebrating October 1, there is May 29, the military people confused. We don't even know which day to celebrate, first of all.
Okay.
It used to be October 1, sacrosanct, sacred.
That is the independence of the
Independence
country.
Day.
Yes, but
But
the politicians coined the Democracy Day.
May 29. So we are confused.
And the Democracy Day is already two types. There's June 12th.
And
there is May 29.
So
which one do we pick?
So yeah, that's good. That's the bottom of the problem. We must have focus on what we hold sacred as a nation. We don't have it yet. When we have it, all of us will dance around the flag. We hold it and hug it with so much pride. But now there's so much deception.
Deception, disaffection.
Around what we hold to be true and self-evident as a country.
So, where are we headed?
Well, we might be lucky. System throughout Adolf Hitler in Germany. It just came throughout. System throughout Churchill, Charles de Gaulle. It's not a planned thing. We have had chances to have good person emerge. Awolowo, Abiola, Waziri Ibrahim in the north, even Michael Okpara in the east, Dennis Osadebe. People don't talk about those people. You just talk about Zik and Sadano alone. There are other people who will have emerged. There is Ganesh Fawayemi, who is somebody who believes
Blessed
in the
memory.
country. So somebody will emerge, accidental leader. It's not good to program. If programmed, it's not possible because the next election, you need at least 200 million to collect from.
One form.
It was 100 million before.
As in like this,
Yes,
one form.
Yes.
For 200 million.
If you don't have it,
for presidential.
If you don't have it, you have no chance. If you haven't got
The
50
200
million,
million does not even guarantee you getting the seat.
no, just the ticket, not the campaign, not the rallies. I don't have 50 million to run for Senate from my state unless we reform the system. But the people who hold on to the system, they don't want to reform. They don't want change because they will lose their power.
Can a man like you send a private bill to the National Assembly about how to restructure this country?
I've done that. That's how I became in the news the last 3 months. I drafted 18-page document. I've written to the president on what we need to do. We don't need more than 60% to make laws for Nigeria. And it should be part-time. It should be part-time. What law are we making? Stealing is stealing. What is money laundering? Stealing is stealing.
Wow.
Why are you defining law? Why are you calling many laws?
Some few days ago, former President Jonathan also come up to say that the only way we can move forward is to strengthen the institutions.
We can't strengthen the institution when the institution was established in a faulty ground. Which institution are you going to start?
So where exactly are we headed?
We are not heading anywhere. To be honest, I'm not going to sugarcoat it.
Like, seriously?
We are not. If you are going to go election 2027, are you getting anywhere? Can I run for Senate? Can I run for chairman local government under this dispensation? I don't have the money. In fact, you have to come and call me in my house to say, please, come and help us.
So it's basically money politics?
It's money politics because for me to get a permit now, I have to be ready to wake up 7 o'clock in the morning, go to work as an example to my staff, and stay there till 8 p.m. every day.
But we, the followers, have also not lived up to expectation because if we are given 10,000 or 5,000 naira to vote, selling our future for 4 years for 10,000 naira, can't we reject such money?
No, I don't blame the followers. No, when you are surviving, when you are hungry.
Yeah, because the politicians ended up weaponizing the hunger.
It has to take some...
Weaponizing poverty.
My dear sister and viewers, it takes somebody from the ruling class who have all the means to change the system. The poor people cannot, in any organization, a messenger cannot change the rule. A messenger cannot change the rule. It takes somebody to walk into AIT and say, look, we want to do this, and from tomorrow it gets done.
Thank you so much, Dr. Akin, for being my guest this Sunday morning. I appreciate your coming. Don't go anywhere. The program will return shortly.
Grab your seats and join us on the most fascinating 60-minute infotainment journey, showing on your favorite TV channel, Africa Independent Television, AIT. Analysis on topical national issues, news, sports, and entertainment are on the menu. It's a show you do not want to miss. It is The Sunday Show.
There you have it. Various perspectives to Nigeria's journey as a nation. Clearly, the country has had its ups and downs, challenges and prospects. But what stands out is the glaring need for purposeful leadership and sustained patriotism on the part of the citizenry, devoid of ethnic or religious affiliations. Let us serve you now with a little bit of entertainment and sports. Don't go anywhere, stay with us.
Hi, you're welcome to the Vibes and Views segment on the Sunday Show. My name is Abuja. In celebration of God's faithfulness for 25 years of doing gospel music in Nigeria's creative industry, worship and inspiration minister Kenny St. Brown has launched an album titled Symphonies of Glory, a 13-tracker album that lifts the body and soul in adoration to God Almighty.
My boss, my brothers and sisters, for all that the challenges I've overcome, for all the failures, for all the successes, for all the downs and all the ups, for all the beauty and all the ashes. You know, it has been a story of building up this glorious moment for me. And songs have come out of me when I was sad, when I was depressed. Songs have come out of me when I was joyous and victorious. Songs have come out of me when there was nothing at all. And so these are steps of glory. It looked like there were troubled times. It looked like there were challenging times, but they were creating these moments of glory. And so all the songs are coming together to give God all the glory after 25 years. Not all the people that we started together 25 years ago that are still here. It's not only they're not here, even their music is not being played anywhere.
The unveiling of the work brought together lovers of gospel music from all walks of life who had come to celebrate KSB.
Incredible person, talented person, my sister, my friend. I rejoice with her for this day.
All glory must be unto the Lord, because some people started 25 years ago, they are no more. That she's alive is a major achievement, and then she still has the voice is still working well, and then we are all singers and she's a professional.
25 years means a quarter of a century, and that is no mean feat. As a matter of fact, when you are calculating generations, you calculate them in time blocks of 25 years. So Kenny St. Brown has lasted one generation, and she still has a foot in the next generation.
She said 25 years live on stage. I say 25 years of carrying Bible, because she's a gospel musician, all into Afrobeats and of course into gospel songs. Congratulations to her. May her star keep on shining.
She has been there for a while and she deserves to be celebrated. And this is why I am very delighted to be here this evening to celebrate with her, to support her and give her all the necessary support that she so desires.
Somebody said, look, I want to glorify, what I've been doing, celebrate my life for 25 years. You can't just, put on your, best dancing shoes and come and celebrate in that, it's a celebration of life. And to tell you, gratitude, that's vitamin G.
KSB, who began a career in music at a young age, was an inspiration to young artists who looked up to her.
Album launch, which is again, I was also privileged and opportune to also have actually shoot two of the videos, Elidumari and Ebube.
Growing up, she's someone we used to listen to, and we learned a lot from her. Her lifestyle, the way she glorifies God, and how she sings. She sings from the soul.
But I'm very proud of my mom. I'm proud of where she has come from. Now, I love everything. I love every single track I've listened to so far. But I think I like Borokini most.
Guest ministers Essence, Eosa, Ayo Vincent, Abimbola Rain, among others, thrilled the audience to the best of gospel music. The energy in the concert hall was taken to another height when gospel music star Adeyinka Alasheyori mounted the stage to perform a couple of her electrifying songs. Kenny St. Brown's 25 years of artistry was well attended by family, friends, colleagues, captains of industry, and top government officials in Lagos State. And that's my package for you on the Vibes and Views segment on the Sunday show. My name is Anu Awojabi. Many thanks for watching.
Hello and welcome to Sports on the Sunday Show. I am Lai Lawal. Starting off with Nigeria's independence, unity, patriotism and love resonated at various sports events to commemorate Nigeria's 64th independence in Abuja. At the IBB International Golf and Country Club, Nigeria's Minister of Sports Development, Senator John Eno, urged sports enthusiasts, administrators, athletes and fans to remain resilient in efforts to revive the sports sector as they performed the ceremonial tee-off for the 64th Independence Golf Tournament.
Been characterized by ups and downs. You have some good days, you have some bad days. But, the point must be made that what we've tried to do in the last 1 year plus is that we've remained focused. We've tried to avoid pitfalls of the past. There were moments in which we go for the Olympics and all that is known about Nigeria is the protest by our athletes in foreign state, streets. And I've made the point, the disaster and the fiasco of the 2024 Olympics can only make us to now learn lessons the hard way and make sure that we change from our tendency to fund competitions, not the fault of this administration, right? And to begin to fund development and preparations early enough, to see that we don't get back to this point anymore.
The basis is that other countries have witnessed devastations that far exceeded what we're seeing, and they have come out of it. Some that were even a third world nation like Korea have transformed into a first world. And so I will urge Nigerians to remain ever hopeful that we can come out of this perma crisis.
All hands must be on deck. Bringing out the nation is everybody's responsibility. So in our own little way at IBB Golf Club, we are always passionate about this, and we invite even other countries to come and participate with us. We are optimistic.
Well, we must always celebrate life. For the fact that Nigeria is one united entity, we must thank God that we are still one.
Isaiah Okonofua, playing off a handicap 9, emerged champion, finishing with a gross score of 75 and a best net score of 66, triumphing over a pool of more than 400 contestants.
So at the beginning, I started poorly, because I was nervous. So I just told myself, why am I comparing myself with the professionals? Let me just be myself. So the narrative changed. From there I pick up, and that's how the game keep improving. That is what you saw at the end of the day. You know, I played a very good golf. This is my best golf score in IBB Golf Club.
Elsewhere at the Moore Arena, the 2024 Chief of Defense Staff Independence Basketball Championship was one of the highlights, featuring top basketball teams in the country playing for 8 million naira in prizes. The tournament holding from October 2nd to 5th saw Nigerian Premier League champion Rivers Upas defeat Boko City Chiefs 51-46 in the opening fixture. The Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa, was in the stands.
The only way we can engage the youths, because they make up the larger population of Nigerians, is to be able to get them engaged. And through sports, that's very possible. I mean, we are gifted all around. So if we're able to get them involved in doing this, it might somehow reduce the rate of criminality and other acts because it engages them so much. When we were younger, we had opportunities of having primary school sports, nationals, secondary school sports, university sports. It engages us a lot, and that really programs us so much. So we are trying to see how this thing will be able to carry all the youth together and will be able to move forward.
Elsewhere at the city centre, up to 400 persons, including 69-year-old Maria Ojo, took part in a charity half marathon, with proceeds going towards the plight of the Al-Evri leprosy colony in the Kwale area council of the FCT.
So there's no secret that this is an underserved community, right? It's not a secret. It's very clear from the moment you drive in. There's been some work that has gone on in this health center, in this primary healthcare center. Some work has gone on. There are some provisions, but like some of the representatives said today, this is their biggest pain point.
I mean, the essence of coming here is also to support the cause that Run Club Abuja is doing already. So as part of our commitment to corporate social responsibility, to support them so that we can better empower our communities.
Now, these events showcase the spirit of unity and patriotism that defines Nigeria's Independence Day celebration. Away from the independence story, Nigeria has qualified for the 2025 International Cricket Council ICC Women's Under-19 World Cup, built for Malaysia next year. The junior female Yellow Greens have booked their spots after posting 77 runs for the loss of 8 wickets in 20 overs against Zimbabwe in the first innings on the final day of African qualifiers. The second innings was abandoned following a heavy rain. Nigeria against the odds defeated Zimbabwe in the group stage to top Group B. Zimbabwe posted 19 runs for 1 wicket in 2.3 overs before the rain started. By this victory, Nigeria joins South Africa as the second African nation in the 2025 ICC Women's Under-19 World Cup that was held in Malaysia. And in basketball, all qualified teams for the season-ending Nigerian Women's Basketball League Super 8 tournament are now known. Nigeria Customs, Air Warriors, Titans, and Royal Aces emerged from the Savannah Conference, while First Bank, MFM, Dolphins, and Bielsa Wales qualified in the Atlantic Conference. In the last match at the Savannah Conference, Nigeria Customs blew apart Royal Aces 86-42 to end the regular season as regional champions with 8 wins from 9 matches.
Well, the team has done well. Like I said, it was an off day, but it's good we had that off day in this second phase than to go and have the off day in Lagos. So it's a good one. They've played 14 matches and won 13, just losing 1 match. So the team will be ready for Lagos. Right now, I've just finished discussing with the coach. We are going to keep them in camp because the time is short. So they will just take the weekend off, and by Monday they continue their preparation. So
earlier, Air Warriors defeated Titans 53-43 in the penultimate match to seal their qualification.
It was a very tough job, very difficult job, because I was not the one that recruited the players. When I came in, I saw a bundle of talent. They're highly talented, and they are ready. They have the good spirit of saying, okay, we want to play. So we started, well, but it has not been very easy. We got to Latvia, we played 7 games, we lost 3 and won 4. They're coming for the second phase right now. At least there's a lot of improvement.
Well, from the beginning of the tournament, we've been struggling, and then we have to, discover what works for us, which is the zone defense. We've watched Titans play all through, and then we went back to the drawing board. We had to, work out a plan for us to be able to win them, which is the zone defense. These girls are very, very quick, so we needed a offensive play that will slow them down.
First Bank dominated the Atlantic Conference with a respectable record of 8 wins and 1 defeat. Now, staying with basketball, Hall of Famer Dikembe Mutombo has died. The NBA confirmed that Mutombo died from brain cancer complications. He was aged 58. The Congolese center was selected as an NBA All-Star 8 times, using his tremendous 7-foot 2-inch frame to become one of the league's most fearsome shot blockers and earned Defensive Player of the Year honors 4 times. Mutombo's trademark finger wag celebration made him a fan favorite as he played 18 seasons with 6 different teams in the league, averaging 9.8 points and 10.3 rebounds per game. He reached the NBA Finals twice. After retiring in 2009, he became NBA's first global ambassador and helped promote the sport in Africa. Away from basketball to football, Super Eagles forward Ademola Lookman was on the scorer's sheet for Atlanta as they defeated Shakhtar Donetsk 3-0 in an early kickoff of UEFA Champions League Match Day 2 fixture on Wednesday. Lookman played a crucial role in the 3-0 victory for the Italian side, providing an assist and scoring a goal at the Veltins Arena in Germany. In other matches, Atletico Madrid suffered a humiliating 4-0 defeat against Benfica. Simeone's side was thoroughly outplayed in Lisbon, with the Portuguese team triumphing emphatically to secure their second win in as many matches in the competition. At Villa Park, Aston Villa replicated their famous 1982 European Cup final win over Bayern Munich, with Jon Durant's goal securing a 1-0 victory in front of their home fans. In northern France, reigning champions Real Madrid fell to Lille, losing 1-0 after a late first-half penalty converted by Jonathan David. Lille was superb throughout the match but had to hold on for the win, marking one of the finest European results in history after a 2-0 loss to Sporting Lisbon in their opening game. Meanwhile, AC Milan, Girona and Leipzig are yet to register a single point from the 2 matches played so far. Still on football, World Football Governing Body FIFA has banned Cameroon Football Federation President Samuel Eto'o from attending the national team's matches for 6 months. In a statement, FIFA said the sanction was imposed in connection with the FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup round of 16 match between Brazil and Cameroon in Bogota, Colombia on 11th of September 2024. The statement said Eto'o was deemed guilty of offensive behavior and violations of the principles of fair play, as well as misconduct involving officials. The ban follows a fine imposed on the 43-year-old by the Confederation of African Football (CAF) less than 3 months ago, stemming from an inquiry into purported breaches of its ethical and integrity standards. That's sports on the Sunday Show. Many thanks for watching. I am Lai Lawal.
Grab your seats and join us on the most fascinating 60-minute infotainment journey, showing on your favorite TV channel, Africa Independent Television, AIT. Analysis on topical national issues, news, sports, and entertainment are on the menu. It's a show you do not want to miss. It is The Sunday Show.
Abuja City came into being when General Murtala Mohammed, the head of state, who took over from General Yakubu Gowon, appointed the Aguda committee or commission to find a new capital for Nigeria. There was no Abuja. And so it was agreed that Abuja will be the capital of Nigeria, belonging to every Nigerian, not belonging to a set of people, as some people now claim. It does not belong to anybody. So the recent statement, I remember the first person who became the minister of FCT is one Chief Mobolaji Adiogo or something. from the southwest. He died recently as a very old man, very good gentleman. All along, all the other ministers have been from the north, all Muslims. So I was not there for surprise when Gumi came to accuse Wiki, accuse the President Tinubu, for appointing Wiki as minister, and that the Abuja does not belong to Wiki. We quickly came out, bandits, to criticize him. Many others in Nigeria believe in one Nigeria did also. I am saying this because many of you are still hanging around as if you are not members of this community. Washington belongs to every American. It's not a state. It's part of another state, I think. So what am I saying? I believe that we should live together in this place as members of one country.
We are drawing the curtain on the show today. We urge you to continue to interact with us through our social media platforms and keep a date with us. Same time, same station next week. Bye-bye now.